Tesla Supercharger in Savannah. It's very different than a lot of Superchargers. For one thing, right. Either one. It says oversized vehicles only on the left, but well, you gotta get a ticket first of all when you come in here, unlike most places, and you can get it validated, but we'll get to that in a minute. But then the harder thing about this is just getting into the parking spot, because it's really difficult to get into these. You'll see in just a second. We have to drive all the way through the parking garage to the next section of the parking garage. That's where the Superchargers are. Okay, there they are, across the way here. And thankfully, it looks like nobody else is here, so we have our choice. So Thomas can choose the easiest one. Last time we were here, I drove it in because I didn't was concerned about him driving in. You have to drive it in forward. You don't back in. You have to go way wide, and you have to line up perfectly because there's really almost, especially with the Model X, no extra width on these things.
Do I go all the way to the end?
That's cheating if you go to that one, but yeah, you can.
It's cheating, yeah. I don't know.
So this is the easiest one. All the other ones are much harder to get into, but even this one, don't scrape the side. Be really careful. But that is the easiest one. The other ones are much more difficult to get into. You can see. You gotta make sure you're close enough up here without hitting the sign. Okay, so it's just a regular Supercharger, but I just want to show you. This is definitely the best spot, the widest spot. It's really wide. This is super wide, if you can get it. But these ones are, there's not really, like there's a pole here. These especially are hard to get into. Just be really careful when you're pulling to these spots that you don't destroy your car. And don't forget to get your ticket, because what you have to do, it doesn't even say it here, you get 1 free hour, I think, of parking here at the Supercharger, and you need to have your ticket with you, and you need to take your Tesla key with you, and then they will walk down there and they'll validate it for us. And they don't say that here, but if you don't do that, you'll have to pay for whatever the parking time is. Okay, so we walk all the way down that hallway, and they're closed here. So even though that's closed, just go inside here, and then there'll be a desk where you can get your ticket validated. The desk is right below this escalator, right in the back of the escalator. See it right there where we're walking forward? That's where the desk is, and you can just tell them you're driving a Tesla and that you have your ticket, which I have in front of me, and they'll show the key and they'll validate it for you. So just a few details. They told me that I have up to 2 hours, and I have to go to booth 1 or booth 3 when I head out of here to make sure I'm not charged for this, because otherwise it's an automated machine, I think. Hey, another thing to consider when parking here or charging here is that they don't have anybody at that desk where I just was from about midnight to 8 a.m. or something like that. I'm not sure the exact hours, and they vary, so you're going to want to check. And in those cases, you're going to have to pay, because I think they either don't have someone at that booth where I was, or they don't have someone at the ticket booth where you pay on the way out. And if they don't have someone at the ticket booth where you pay on the way out, then you have to use the computerized machines, which will not accept this as payment. You're gonna have to pay with a credit card. It's not that much, it's only like $1 or $2. But I'm just letting you know, since they don't really tell you any of this stuff. Yeah.
Walk away, turns the green light on.
Yeah, it does. One of the things I forgot to mention, and the nice thing is they do have bathrooms over there, so you can go to the bathroom when you're in the airport. Those are always open no matter what, because the airport doesn't ever close. All right, they also have a trash can here. Thomas is taking over. If you look at that last Supercharger over there, there's a trash can. A lot of these Superchargers do not have any trash cans, but this one does.
Go to 1 or 3.
Yeah, they said 1 or 3. They don't have numbers on them. That's the thing I noticed before. They don't have. I'm guessing this is 1. Starting on the left is the first one. Yeah, that's it. The most complicated supercharger setup that I've ever seen. That's it's actually working right now. The other one that's probably almost as complicated is the one that's in Miami. That's been taken offline at Brickell near downtown Miami. But that started up in January apparently, but now has been taken offline due to some problems when they installed the supercharger system. They made some mistakes apparently.